This world we live in does not have a gray area. The world we live in is black and white. I had somebody tell me earlier that I live to see things one way or another. There is no in between with me. And you know what? And I told that person, I said, you're right, there is no gray area. There's no gray area in this world we live in. This world is black and white. It's either this way or that way, right or left. There is no middle ground. In Star Wars, yes, you have the Sith and the Jedi. You have the light and the dark. Now, in some cases, you have gray Jedi, but for the most part, that's not a real thing. There is no in between heaven and hell. It's heaven or hell. There is no in between. Maybe you can call it in between, limbo, but even that's a circle of hell. So, there is no gray, there is no in between in this world. And the sad thing about it is a lot of people live in this world, walk around this earth thinking, oh, I can do this and do that, and live in this middle ground where, oh, I can do a little bit of bad, I can do a little bit of good, and I'll be okay. It'll balance itself out. No, that's not how this world operates. That's not never operated. People only live in a gray area when you have regret, when you have done things that you was wrong, but at the same time you couldn't really you didn't really want to justify your actions, so you just chuck it up as, oh well, I'm not a totally bad person, I'm not an evil person, so I'm okay. No, that's not how this works, because at the end some villain was created in that moment. What do I mean? Well, this is what I mean. I had someone I cared about recently. And basically, in a nutshell, I didn't do nothing. But yet, one day, she decided to ghost me. Never, didn't answer the phone, didn't respond. So I said, all right. And then when I finally talked to the person, and I, gave him a chance to speak, hear him out, which everybody deserves a chance to, get heard. You never know what the reason might have been. She couldn't or give me a legit reason why. But I know why. I'm not no idiot. But at the same time, it's like, that was bold. That was wrong. And in doing so, it's like, that's the last time I will ever care for somebody in that manner. Because love is an illusion. Love is an illusion because love was taught to us to say, oh, if somebody loves you, that's all it needs, that's all you need. No. Love is an illusion because no one but your mother and your father on this earth will love you unconditionally. There are a few of us that have the capacity to love unconditionally, but guess what? It usually gets thrown in our face. It usually gets overlooked, and it goes unappreciated. And when that happens, you don't want to open up like that again. That's messed up. But that's the way of the world. But that's the truth of the matter. Is only your mother, your father, and your creator, Yahuwah, God Almighty, are the only ones, only two humans on this earth gonna love you unconditionally. And there's only one being in this universe that's gonna love you unconditionally. No human is really capable of unconditional love. And that is where the illusion of love comes from. because it's all over media, social media, movies, all that, where, oh, these people just fall in love, oh, magically, oh, that doesn't fucking happen. And I tell you another one thing about the illusion of love. Look at all these movies that we have out. I'm gonna give you a prime example of one. Titanic. Romantic love story, right? Wrong. It's a tragic tale of how a lot of people lost their lives on a boat that shouldn't have sunk, but it hit an iceberg. But the main point of that movie was the love story between Jack and Rose. But you know what the fucked up part about that story is? Rose was supposed to be married, getting married to somebody. She cheated on her fiance to get with Jack. It's a story literally about cheating. And people eat it up and think, oh, that was romantic. Dude, she literally cheated on her fiance that she was supposed to be in love with. Now, I ain't saying that the dude was, I ain't saying that the dude wasn't a jackass. We all saw the movie. I don't, none of us, we saw the movie. The dude was a jackass. But the point is, it's, you at least could have broke up with that jackass, then got with Jack. No, you was still in a full-blown relationship where she was in a full-blown relationship while she was getting it in with that dude in that movie. In that car. She was still in a relationship. That's fucked up. That's cheating. But yet, I might be the crazy one. Yet they might call me, what they say, what they try to say out here nowadays, the hurt one. Nah, I've been knew what this world was years ago, and the messed up part about it is people people convinced me that I was crazy. People convinced me that I was wrong. I used to have a standard back in the day for myself when I was younger. I said, I don't want to date a woman with kids. This is when I didn't have a kid. I didn't want to date a woman with kids. Why? I didn't have any. It's not my responsibility to help take care of somebody else's kid. It's not my responsibility. I knew this as a teenager. I knew this when I was becoming a young man. By the time I hit my 20s and I really was entering the dating scene, I remember hearing motherfuckers, you don't want a family made. You don't want a family that's already made. A woman with a couple kids and she already, blah, blah, blah. They tried to feed me on that bullshit. For a long time, I fought that shit and said, no, I don't want a woman with kids. What the fuck? Because I got to deal with the baby daddy. I got to deal with, the kids one day kids one day saying, you ain't my daddy, leave me the fuck alone, get the fuck out my face, blah, 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 blah. Who want to deal with that? Really? You want that? You've been help take care of this person for X amount of years, and then one day you try to discipline them, and then the mama get in your face, or or the kid, you ain't my daddy type of, that's fucked up. That'll break somebody's heart, especially if you'd invested time with that person, with the family. And I let people brainwash me into thinking I shouldn't exclude certain females because they got kids. And there's women to this day. There's videos all over YouTube of women themselves saying, yeah, you shouldn't date a woman with children unless you have kids. A man has kids, and that's different. And yeah, in which case, yes, I do believe it's different because both parties have children. You already know what to expect. Y'all can increase your family. Yours, mine, and ours, Brady Bunch. That's a good example of increasing your family. But even if a man has kids and a woman don't have kids, that's not her obligation to help take care of those kids. And then now I'm gonna put it into the perspective of what it really is today. Men do not need to help take care of nobody else's children. That's not their responsibility. This may get me a lot of flack, but I don't give a shit. This is called my truth, and I'm gonna speak the fucking truth. I ain't the most perfect person in the world. I've done fucked up things. Yeah, I know I did. And I hope I can be forgiven one day. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. That happened. It's over and done with. Nothing I can do about it. I made my bed. I gotta lie in it. I lost the love of my life because I was a jackass. I lost my end all be all. I thought I found my wife when I found her. I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not even gonna give too much of a clue. They know who they are. Me and this person loved a lot of the same stuff. Me and this person had a lot in common that I didn't really have with other people, with other females, I should say. I'm sorry. Me and this person didn't fully get to where we could have gotten because I was holding back. I didn't want to completely open myself up because I was hurt in the past. I never got over a relationship that I was in a long time ago. But, I mean, now I'm straight, but when I should have, I didn't. And in doing so, I helped create another villain in this world. Just like I said in my last video, we all create our own monsters. We all create our own villains. Yeah, I did. I did. Do I regret it? Yes. Because that probably was the love of my life. Do I accept things the way they are? Yeah, because I got to. I wish her nothing but the best. I wish her nothing but the happiness in the world. You know, that person took me to my first comic convention. That person always made sure I was straight. I tried to show my love in my own way. I did. I really did. But you see, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough because, let's keep it a buck, with a lot of women, it's never enough. It's never enough. Not just women, some people too. Some people are just greedy. Most men that do it are just greedy, but it's never enough. It's never enough time in the day. There's never enough. It's never enough love in the air. There's never enough time. Period. It's, you know, it is what it is, and that's just the way of the world. You know, I'm just tired. I'm just sick and tired, fed up. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of people smiling in my face, talk about me behind my back. Tired of the fake friends and family. Tired of greedy people. Tired of narcissistic people that want to blame you and call you the narcissist when it's just mere projection. And that's all it's ever been. I'm tired of cruelty. I'm tired of lack of love for our fellow human beings. I knew somebody that had quit drinking alcohol. More power to him. I'm happy for it. I hope he's still doing his thing. I hope he's still alcohol free, man. I hope you doing good, man. I'm tobacco free, almost a year. I know that's not nothing, but that's a big deal to some people. I've been almost tobacco free for a year. I'm still gonna smoke my weed, but I've been tobacco free for almost a year now, and I've been happier ever since. That's a drug that fucks with you. Fucks with your lungs. It just fucks with your mind, because you're sitting there stressing. Oh, I need a cigarette. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's just your mind telling you that. It's that nicotine, you know, trying to get that fix. But at the end of the day, like I said in my last video, it's all about mental control. It's all about self-awareness. Without it, you will be lost. Period. There is no gray area in this world we live in. It's right or wrong. There is no in between. You do somebody wrong, you're gonna create a villain. It's as simple as that. You're gonna create a monster. Monsters aren't born, they're made. They're created by the wrongdoings of another. Or in some cases, they're made early. Like myself, for example, the reason why I say I am the king of monsters is because I realized what I was years ago. I realized what this world was at a young age. I realized this world was fucked up. I realized this world was corrupt. I realized that people aren't always gonna be in your corner. I realized at a young age, but like I said earlier, I allowed people to convince me, and I believed it because they had all this quote unquote evidence in front of them to point out, oh, look at this and look at that and look at this. No, I was right the whole fucking time. I shouldn't have never let people talk me into thinking I was wrong. And the same goes for you. Don't never let nobody think or convince you that you are wrong unless they have like something to show you. Like solid evidence of just, if you in court, if you do a crime, they can't just convict you just by he say, she say. They gotta have stone cold evidence, solid evidence that you did it. It's the same thing. The only difference is when I was young, I wasn't as wise as I am now. I wasn't as thorough as I am to say, no, show me the numbers. Let me see for myself. But to be fair, we didn't have the technology we got now. We didn't have these platforms like we got now. For me to get the extra knowledge, for me to get the questions I had answered correctly, to make me not think I was crazy, to make me not think that I was wrong. See, now we have all the tools. Now we have, hell, I'm doing one now. Hopefully my truth will resonate with somebody else. Hopefully my truth, my video will help somebody else get the motivation just like I got. I had to get my motivation to start making these videos because, you know, I ran across videos like this to help me keep my head up, to help me stay strong, because I knew in my heart, I'm like, dude, I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. Like, I know I'm not crazy. This world is not right. But everybody want to tell me, oh no, this world is peaches and rainbows and sugar plums and fairies. No, it's not. This world is full of monsters, demons, creatures, beings. Some motherfuckers shouldn't even be here. It depends on how deep you want to go with it. Some motherfuckers, some shit shouldn't even be here. On this plane. You ever heard of the Nephilim? It's in the Bible. Noah's Ark story. Why you think? I really feel like God flooded the earth for a reason. God flooded the earth because there was things on this earth that shouldn't have been here. I'm not gonna go into too much of a deep dive about the Nephilim, but if you are a Bible person, you know, you should, you know, if you are a believer, you should know what I mean. You should already know what the Nephilim are, what they were. And it's signs of that stuff being all over the world, but they covered up. Giant fucking mountains that look like a human body laying down or something, or I seen what was another picture of my homeboy showed me a picture. It looked like a skull was embedded into a mountain, but it looked like part of the mountain. It looked like a rock formation. Nah, man, that's the skull of a giant or some shit, or something that wasn't supposed to be here years ago. It's like, dude, why you think God? Like I said, why you think God flooded the earth, dog? He had to reset shit. The shit was stuff wasn't here. The stuff was here that wasn't supposed to be here. Like I said, there is no gray area. It's right and wrong. There is no, there is no, oh yeah, I shot this dude, but I shot him for a reason to justify it. There is no good reason for that. Like, revenge is not in your hands. You could sit there and say, oh, he shot my brother, I need it. That's not up to you. It sucks that happened. It sucks that murder happens. But everything happens for a reason, and it is not up to you for revenge. That is why I'm not doing nothing to anybody that betrayed me. I'm not doing nothing physically anyway. I'm not doing nothing spiritual either. I don't wish no ill will on them. By me forgiving people that have betrayed me, I leave it up to God and his judgment and his wrath. And when I do that, like I said in my last video, it's out of my hands then. I forgive them. Now it's up to what God do to you after that. I can't control that. And I don't pity it either. I don't have no mercy for it. I don't, because you brought it on yourself. That's not in my control. Because if I seek revenge, how can I get my blessings? If I seek vengeance, how can God do what he do? Vengeance is his, he said, not mine. I'm cool with that. I got other things I need to do. It's things I wish I could change in this world, but I can't. I wish I could just snap my fingers and just make everything better. I wish, I don't wish anything anymore. It is what it is. There's no point. Everything happens for a reason, and I believe that wholeheartedly. It's a reason why I'm making this video. It's a reason why I'm gonna continue to make videos like this, where like I say, this is my truth. I'm just, whatever comes out, blah, I'm just vomiting it right out my mouth. But I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. This year is gonna be a real interesting one. I have a very, 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 very strong feeling in my gut that we about to see a lot of stuff this year. We as a whole, as a people. Me? Oh, this is my year to shine. Oh, you just wait. You just wait. For those of you that know me personally, you just wait. It's gonna be on like popcorn. It's gonna be on. And I'm gonna have so much fun. But it's a shame that people think they can live in a gray area and think there won't be any consequences. You're wrong. There'll be consequences. It's gonna be hella consequences. There's only right and there's wrong. You do right by people, you get right done to you. You do wrong by people, you're gonna fuck yourself. And that's just the cold, cold, hard truth. But, you know, it is what it is, like I say. We all made our beds and we all gotta lie in it at the end of the day. But it's all about how comfortable you gonna make your bed. I made mine pretty damn comfortable. I wasn't born this way. I was created by the world and by you. Have a good day. Till next time. Peace.